The world of entertainment has been left in mourning following the heartbreaking news of the passing of veteran actor Jerry Adler, best known for his unforgettable role as Herman Hesh Rabkin on HBO's groundbreaking series The Sopranos. According to a statement from his spokesperson, Adler died peacefully in his sleep in New York City on Saturday, August 23, 2025. He was 96 years old. The Brooklyn-born actor, producer, and director lived a long, extraordinary life, one that spanned nearly a century and left a permanent mark on both stage and screen. Surrounded by the love of his family, Jerry Adler leaves behind 4 daughters, Elisa, Amy, Laura, and Emily, along with countless friends, colleagues, and fans who cherished his talent and warmth. This news has shaken Hollywood and Broadway alike. Adler's passing isn't just the end of an era for the Sopranos family, but also for the entire entertainment industry that watched him seamlessly transition from working behind the curtain to shining in the spotlight. Early life and family legacy. Born on February 4, 1929, in Brooklyn, New York, Jerry Adler came from a family deeply rooted in the arts. It could almost be said that acting and theater were in his DNA. His cousins included Stella Adler and Luther Adler, both highly respected actors, while his great-uncle Jacob Pavlovich Adler was one of the most influential figures in Yiddish theater. Even his grandson, Joe Adler, would later follow in his footsteps as an actor. Growing up in such an artistic family, it's no surprise that Jerry found his way into the entertainment world. But unlike many who dive straight into acting, Adler's journey began behind the scenes. He was fascinated by the mechanics of theater, the building of sets, the coordination of productions, and the seamless magic that allowed a performance to come to life night after night. Broadway beginnings. Before he ever appeared on television screens, Jerry Adler built an impressive reputation in Broadway theater. He started his career as a stage manager and quickly became known for his sharp eye, attention to detail, and calm leadership. Over time, he transitioned into directing and producing, carving out a behind-the-scenes legacy that many would envy. One of his most notable credits during this era was serving as stage manager for the original 1956 production of My Fair Lady. That legendary production went on to become one of Broadway's greatest successes, and Adler's work behind the curtain helped keep it running smoothly. In total, Adler worked on more than 50 Broadway productions, dedicating nearly 4 decades of his life to the theater world. His ability to handle everything from logistics to creative direction made him a trusted name in the industry long before he ever appeared on camera. Transition to acting. For many people, a career behind the curtain would have been enough. But Jerry Adler was just getting started. In the 1980s, he made the decision to relocate to California, primarily to be closer to his children. This move would unexpectedly spark the next, and perhaps most iconic, chapter of his career. He began by taking small roles in soap operas and television shows, slowly learning the craft of acting on screen. Then, in 1991, Adler landed a role in the series Brooklyn Bridge, marking the true beginning of his acting journey. From there, he appeared in films like The Public Eye, 1992, alongside Joe Pesci, and Manhattan Murder Mystery, 1993, by Woody Allen. At a time when most people are considering retirement, Adler was launching a brand new career in front of the camera, and he would become more successful than ever. Breakthrough role. The Sopranos. Adler's acting career reached its peak when he was cast as Herman Hesh Rabkin in HBO's The Sopranos. Introduced as a Jewish loan shark and longtime advisor to Tony Soprano, Hesh quickly became a fan favorite. Adler brought both humor and gravitas to the role, portraying Hesh as someone who could be charmingly witty one moment and deadly serious the next. His chemistry with James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano, was undeniable. Together, their scenes added layers of complexity to a show already hailed as one of the greatest television series of all time. Fans loved that Hesh wasn't just a stereotypical mob associate. He was a well-developed character with history, loyalty, and depth. Adler's performance helped humanize the often brutal world of The Sopranos. Even when he wasn't the loudest presence in the room, he had a way of commanding attention, a testament to his skill as a performer. While The Sopranos remains his most iconic role, Jerry Adler also had significant recurring parts in other successful television series. On The Good Wife, he played Howard Lyman, a role that was originally intended for a single episode. But his comedic timing and brilliant performance made such an impression on the show's creators that they brought him back, eventually keeping him on for 6 seasons. He later reprised the role in the spin-off The Good Fight, once again charming audiences. In the acclaimed series Rescue Me, Adler portrayed Sidney Feinberg, another recurring role that showcased his versatility. What made Adler special was his ability to shine in both drama and comedy. Whether he was delivering sharp one-liners or tackling emotionally heavy material, he did so with ease and authenticity. Although television became his primary stage in later life, Adler also appeared in several notable films. His credits include The Public Eye, 1992, Manhattan Murder Mystery, 1993, In Her Shoes, 2005, and numerous smaller appearances across a career spanning more than 3 decades. Each role, whether large or small, carried the same dedication and professionalism that Adler had shown since his earliest days in theater. Following the announcement of Jerry Adler's death, tributes began pouring in from across the entertainment industry. Steven Van Zandt, his co-star on The Sopranos, shared a heartfelt message on social media. "Such an honor working with you. Travel well, my friend." Robert King, creator of The Good Wife, recalled how Adler's sharp comedic instincts turned a one-off role into a 6-year journey. The intent was only to have him for 1 episode, but he was so funny in a diner scene that we had him back for 6 years of The Good Wife and 3 years of The Good Fight. One of our favorite collaborators. Other colleagues, friends, and fans echoed similar sentiments, praising not just Adler's acting talent, but also his kindness, professionalism, and humility. Away from the spotlight, Jerry Adler lived a grounded and family-centered life. He was married to Joan Laxman, and together they raised 4 daughters. Despite his demanding career, Adler was known for making time for his family, often prioritizing them over fame and recognition. His colleagues frequently spoke about his warm presence on set, a man who treated everyone, from fellow actors to crew members, with respect. In an industry often clouded by ego, Jerry Adler was a refreshing reminder of humility and gratitude. Even well into his later years, Adler remained active in the entertainment world. His ability to continue working into his 80s and 90s spoke volumes about his passion for the craft. While many of his peers retired decades earlier, Adler's love for performance kept him going, and he continued to accept roles well into his 90s. His final years were spent surrounded by his family, enjoying the fruits of a lifetime dedicated to creativity, storytelling, and artistry. Jerry Adler's story is one of perseverance, reinvention, and dedication. He didn't find on-screen fame until his 60s, a fact that makes his success all the more inspiring. At a time when many people are winding down, Adler was only just beginning. His journey is a testament to the idea that it's never too late to chase new dreams. From his decades behind the scenes on Broadway to his legendary role on The Sopranos, Adler proved that true talent will always find a way to shine. For fans, his performances will live on forever through reruns, streaming services, and the fond memories of his colleagues. For his family, his legacy will endure in the stories they share and the lives he touched. As we reflect on the life and career of Jerry Adler, we're reminded not only of his immense talent but also of the warmth, humility, and resilience that defined him. His contributions to both theater and television will never be forgotten, and his legacy will inspire generations to come. Jerry Adler may have left us at the age of 96, but his spirit, his artistry, and his unforgettable performances will remain with us always. Thank you, Jerry, for the laughter, the wisdom, and the unforgettable characters you brought to life. You will be deeply missed. If you've enjoyed this tribute to Jerry Adler, please take a moment to honor his memory by giving this video a like, sharing it with others who admired his work, and subscribing to the channel for more stories and tributes to legends of film and television.